Hi everyone, it's Tyler Michelle Stroik from Universal Rackets, and in this video we're going to go over something that every single player needs. And if you don't come from a racket sports background, this is what separates tennis players and racquetball players and squash players, progression and pickleball, from random people trying to play the game of pickleball, and they have a little bit more trouble. This is what separates them. This is why they can't get those touch shots. This is why they can't get those amazing drops. This is why they can't get those amazing resets because, and I already said it, they lack touch. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to teach you touch. If you stay tuned for this whole video, you're going to learn how to reset more balls in the kitchen, learn how to pop less balls up, and most importantly, learn how to hit good angles and good drops. So first, we're going to explain what touch is. Then we're going to go over tons of different drills that you can use to get this type of touch. And then we're going to show you how to use everything that you learned and put it into your actual shots.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's go. Shot. You just hit the ball forward. But if you want to get this shot into the kitchen and you want to have it drop, you need to learn touch. Think of touch like getting less of the ball. Less is more in pickleball. Up to a certain level when you're picking up the game of pickleball, it's typically whoever can hit the ball super hard wins. But then what you're going to do is once you progress in pickleball, you're going to realize that power doesn't win every single point. You need to learn how to drop the ball in the kitchen. You need to learn how to neutralize your opponent. And why do you want to hit the ball in the kitchen? Because think about it. If I am at the kitchen or Michelle's at the kitchen and my ball goes in the kitchen, she can't take it out of the air, so she's going to have to let it bounce and hit up. Even if she takes the ball out of the air and it's going in the kitchen, she's going to have to hit the ball up over the net to get it in. If you give a high ball and you hit the ball super high, number one, the ball is going to go long, which more experienced pickleball players are going to let that happen, or B, they're going to hit down into the court. Think, if I have a ball that's high, I'm hitting above the net down into the court, I'm able to be aggressive and offensive. If I'm hitting up and the ball's low, I am going to be defensive or neutral. I can't hit a good shot from below the net. So this is what touch is going to tell you. Touch is going to, again, have that ball drop. Now, how do I have this ball drop into the kitchen, even for a backhand drop? Let's try that again. How am I going to get that shot? It's going to be this type of touch and feel.
You know what I would call it too, not being a tennis player, it's finesse.
Yeah.
Finesse is the word. Like when you see someone playing kind of fancy, and it's how you can generate spin to keep your ball in and slice and to have that beautiful finesse on court. It's going to change your game from being a banger and hitting it as hard as you can, which is purposeful in certain situations, but it's going to help you become a more well-rounded player and have a better soft game.
And soft game, I think that's a good thing too. I feel like a lot of people mention it, I don't always, but having a good soft game.
I love the
soft game is all based upon touch and feel, and that's what we're going to teach you. Yes. So the first thing that we're going to do before we get started in the drills is you have to learn one thing. In order to have touch, do you want to hold the paddle tight or loose?
Loose.
You have to let the paddle work for you and don't work for the paddle. You will never get any type of touch or feel. You will never be able to hit a really good drop, or you're going to really struggle if you hold that paddle tight. So if Michelle sticks her paddle straight out, it wants to be as loose as possible that if I took the paddle right out of her hand, it would come right out. If you imagine that you're holding the paddle out, hold it a little bit tighter, and someone can't grab the paddle from you, not yank it, but just grab it, that means you're holding the paddle too tight. On a scale 1 to 10, 10 being a death grip, 1 being like super, super drop, you want to be a 1.5. Now, everyone's not going to do that. There's a lot of nerves. We come from different sport backgrounds. So what I want you to do if you're trying to incorporate touch is hold the paddle a slight bit looser than you ever had before. So if you're scale 1 to 10, if you're 7, I want you to be a 6. If you're 6, I want you to be a 5, and so on. Let's get into these drills for touch.
Okay.
So this is a great warm-up to do before matches, before your games, and also this is a great drill to teach you that exact type of touch and feel that you want. So what's going to happen is you're going to hit the ball once, and then you're going to hit it to your partner. She's going to hit it once, then she's going to hit a partner. Once, you're going to let it bounce to your partner. So this is the double touch bounce drill. The reason why is because if I hold my paddle tight, or if I don't have touch and feel, I'm not going to be able to hit the ball to myself. It's going to require a lot of hand paddle control and a lot of feel to execute this type of drill. So again, I'm going to hit it up to myself and then go. 2 taps, letting it bounce. 1, 2. And we're going to do about 5 more. And this is more difficult than it looks, I feel like. If you don't have hand-eye coordination and you don't have that type of feel, this is going to be extremely difficult to do.
They teach this to kids in tennis. Like they teach our daughter this in tennis to learn control and to have that natural tendency when you're holding the racket or the paddle to be able to control what's coming off of it.
Yeah, 100%. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start out with a feed, but you're going to go 1 in the air and then you're going to hit it back.
Okay.
So I'm going to feed the ball, or why don't you feed it to me, okay? So you're going to feed it to me, 1 in the air, then back. In the air, oh! This is more advanced, but this is still good.
Ah!
Oh, see?
I guess I'll never control it like this.
And here's the thing, again, this is extremely difficult. It doesn't matter if you get tons of rallies, but it's teaching you. Yeah. Even though you have some touch and feel now, it's teaching you way more.
Yeah.
So here we are, let's go. And just getting crafty with your paddle. It's teaching you how to really maneuver and work the paddle to your advantage.
And control your body.
Players need to think the paddle is a tool to help you execute. Think of your paddle, and this is getting kind of crazy, but it should help, is think of your paddle like a magic wand. Like wherever you position your body and your footwork and your feet in the proper position, you can let your paddle do some crazy things, but you have to make sure you understand how it works. And this is, again, going to get you a little bit more crafty with it.
Backhand?
Or softer hands. You could do backhand, forehand, whatever. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Also,
okay.
I made a reel about this the other day because we had to edit this video. He said, think of your paddle as a magic wand. I think of it, and when I'm learning feel, finesse, and touch in the game, it's more like an extension of my body. So you may use it as a magic wand, but for me, I'm still just like hoping that it's going to work the way I need it to function.
Now, the last drill that we're going to do, and this is going to be good, and this is a type of dinking that you can do as well. We have that, and we have your beautiful beats. Hopefully we're not going to hit them, that's okay. We just ordered some new ones on Prime Day. We're going to try to hit dinks, but we're going to have the dinks bounce either at or in front of the target. So here we are. This is going to teach you feel again, because less is more every single time. Once again, less is more. A lot of players are going to want to hit the ball hard, but again, less is more. And what you can do first is you can start in the kitchen to get a feel for it. Like if you're new to the game, you can just be in here going back and forth. And then once you understand that, you're going to go back to the kitchen, and then you're going to take a step in and hit it.
These shots may seem silly and very small, but this is a great shot to have in your tool belt for pickleball, because this is an unattackable shot. Whoops.
Ding. And one big thing that you need to understand is, like, when you hold this paddle loose and you let the paddle go, it's like you make a certain type of like mind paddle connection. Mm-hmm. I feel like, for example, like in order to make this go over the net, you literally have to just have your paddle sit there. Notice how little my paddle moves. And that's the difference between, again, more advanced players and beginner players. Is beginner players are like moving, or more intermediates, players who play at a certain level, they can get the ball in, but they're moving a ton, right? The advanced players are literally like this. They're just letting it go. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to get up our targets. We're going to do the slinky drill up at the kitchen. So Michelle and I, we're going to start up here, up at the kitchen. And then every single time, we're going to move back behind the kitchen, and then we're going to move up to the kitchen as well. So we are never going to go behind the kitchen. We're going to stay up at the kitchen.
Okay.
We're going to start back at the kitchen line, and then we're going to hit and work our way up to the net, and then we're going to go back. So here we are. We're going to go back and forth to each other. We're working on touch and feel. Every single time you make it, you're going to take a step up. You're going to try to let bounce. Good. And then you're going to move back. Take a step back.
I guess we can't volley it, right?
That's the second drill. Here we are. Good. And then you're going to move up. And the whole goal with this is to try to limit your paddle movement the whole time. And then take a step back. Now the second one that you can do is you can volley. So here we are, let's try it, ready? So we're gonna volley, try to work with each other. Be nice, don't kill me. Make sure you trust your partner for this one, because if you don't, they'll get an easy free shot at you.
Oh my gosh, Tyler, you're volleying in the kitchen.
Okay, we're working on a drill.
All right.
Okay, so those are a couple drills that you can do to get better with this type of feel. The next thing that you can do is you can work on your, so that's more for the kitchen game. That's your volleys, your dinks, everything like that. Now we're going to go on our drops and try to demonstrate feel for our drops. So let's maybe switch it a little bit, I guess.
I think it's okay.
First thing that we're going to do is you're literally going to start up at the kitchen. If you have a partner, you can have a partner, but I'm going to show you without a partner. And all we're going to do is we're going to do a self feed, just hit it back, and then you're going to take a step back. Again, you're going to do a self feed and try to get it in the kitchen. I'm working on my backhand drop right now. You could work on your forehand drop as well. But what you're going to realize is in order to get this ball into the kitchen, you have to have, what's the word? Soft. Soft game, soft hands. You have to let go. Okay, so that was still in. If I miss it, then I'm going to just redo it there.
And remind them what a miss is.
A miss means that's not in the kitchen, okay? So if I pop the ball up or if it goes too long or goes in net, that means I can't move from where I was, so I got to do it again here until I get it in. Once you get back to the baseline again, you're going to move up and you're going to do the exact same thing. Make sure for this drill you have a beautiful partner or you have a ton of balls, because you don't want to be going chasing after a ton of balls. I recommend if you're drilling, you 100% want a ton of balls. You should never drill with 2 or 3 balls. You're going to think about not wanting to miss the ball and you're not going to go for your shots, or you are going to just spend more time chasing the balls. Now what we're going to do is after we do that, I'm going to do it on the forehand side, is now we're going to do the same exact drill, but now you're going to have a partner hit the ball to you. And again, getting that not just feel, but getting that confidence and that feeling of, okay, that's exactly how that shot should feel. That's exactly how that shot should feel. Play it out. Oh! Great, that forehand. So that's a drill
Very sore from last night.
that you can do as well. Now, there is one more type of drill that you can do. So we worked on what? We worked on our kitchen game. We worked on our volleys, our dinks, our drops. Now we're going to work on the drive. So you're going to get your partner back there. Oh no, we're going to put this to the test, because a backhand's going to be difficult, but we're going to do it for the backhand. It's going to help benefit me. And then also you can do it for your forehand as well. But here we are. So you're going to do your backhand and you're just going to let it bounce again. So you're going to let the backhand bounce and then you're going to hit it. Okay, so I missed there. So I got to, okay.
And you should be making an adjustment every single time you miss.
Yes, every single time. And what are those adjustments like?
It depends on why you missed.
What if you hit the ball in the net? Let's see if you've been listening to your coach.
You need to hold your pad a little bit looser.
Or get under the ball.
Yeah.
Yes. So here's a big thing. With this drive, a good drive is a drive that is low at your opponent's feet. An okay drive, what is right at your opponent? Mm-hmm. If you want to take your drives to the next level, you want to get the ball low at your opponent's feet. Now, you don't have to hit the ball into the kitchen, but you want to aim it around that midline or the kitchen line. Here we are. So you're going to go. Okay, let's try it again. That wasn't that good. So here we are. Okay. Notice when I'm hitting these drives, I'm not hitting 100% speed. I'm slowing it down a little bit, but I'm trying to dip it. A drive that is dipping more is way more effective than a drive that is faster.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it really hard. I was going to move out of the way.
One more. And that's what you can do. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but I am going to hit the ball, or you're going to hit the ball back. So here we are. I'm going to do my backhands, work on my backhand drives. I'm working on my feel again, trying to get it low. Do my forehand too, that's okay. Oh shoot, that's hard. And then I'm going to move up. Okay, that was not a good one, so I'm going to stay here. Good. There we go, that was a perfect one. So that was a bad one. Whew, too sore.
So this is good for getting your reps in for your drive, and then to build off of this, what you really should be doing to put it all together for your game is once you drive the ball at me, you should be dropping the next shot. So it's drive, drop, drive,
If you're working on strategy, but this is on how to get feel, and we're working on feel for our
But
drives.
you're never going to drive the ball twice.
So that's
in a row.
amazing thing, right?
You're not.
So you never want to drive the ball twice. You always want to drive and drop, right? However, for this drill, you want tons of repetition. So this is the only time in pickleball that you're going to drive every single ball because, again, you're getting that feel. Thanks for saving me
from
from
the difference between your lesson and my lesson. So it depends on what kind of coach you like better.
But you're not going to get repetition, though. But yeah, hey.
I'm
that's
not
okay.
disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's another way to work on your game.
Thanks for saving me from the keyboard warriors. Here we are. Maybe if they gave me good feeds, too, you know?
Oh, easy
like,
ones?
Yeah, like not. So when your partner's hitting, I mean, if you're focusing on the driver drops, but when your partner is hitting to you, you want them to work with you. You want them to give you easy balls that you can do something with instead of like really deep balls because the goal is, again, to get the feel.
So how are you going to learn how to hit a ball in the game that's deep, that's a drive?
Okay.
I'm
There we go.
challenging you.
Here we are. That was too easy. And
But
I
that's a
missed.
great ball to drive because it's high and sitting.
Yes. So make sure to check our how to drive video. All right, I'm done.
Check
I
out
guess
our
crop this or whatever.
how to drive video.
Use all these different types of drills that we went over and understand that feel and soft hands will take your game to the next level. You're going to be so much better off in pickleball. I want you to think and leave with this: less is more in pickleball, and the only way to get these types of shots if you don't come from a prior racket sports background is to drill over and over and over again and get that repetition. All these drills that we gave you right here, if you do them over and over again, it's going to give you tons of reps. It's going to make you understand that type of feel. You're going to play better in pickleball.
Yeah.
So if you guys want any type of Selkirk gear, we're wearing our Selkirk shirts. We're having our Selkirk paddle. She is the Lux. I have the Invicta Pro Vanguard, brand new paddle. Use our code INF-Universal, linked in description. Make sure to subscribe, follow, share. Click the Universal Rackets link to our newsletter. We have tons of cool events. If you want any type of events, let us know. Universal Rackets representative will get out to you. Have a good one. Happy hitting, and we will see you guys next time on court.
Good.